I went 10 years. Not only did nobody say, hey, that was good, nobody even said I got it. And so one of the mysteries is why I kept...
Who are you sending them to?
To our clients.
How many?
Crickets.
Well, in 1990, 100. One of the great sayings in our business is that being too far ahead of your time is indistinguishable from being wrong. So the answer is I was not too far ahead. In the fall of 99, I read a book called Devil Take the Hindmost. It's a history of financial speculation.
Were you looking for books about that because you had a hunch, or you just randomly read this book?
No, I don't remember why I read it. The idea comes first. Not my books, my memos are not research-based. They're based on ideas that resonate with me. And so I'm reading this book. I am interested in financial speculation. I'm interested in cycles. I'm interested in the extremes of financial behavior. So that's probably why I read it. But I'm reading this book, and it talks about all these crazy things that people did, especially in something called the South Sea Bubble. Britain had this big national debt, and they concluded that they could pay it off by starting a company called the South Sea Company, and they granted them a license to trade with the South Sea, by which they meant not Samoa, but Brazil, and they would charge them a license fee, and that would pay off the debt. And it was one of the great bubbles. And so I'm reading in the book about what people were doing in 1720, and people were quitting their day jobs and hanging out in alehouses to trade the shares of the South Sea Company, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, that's what's going on now in the tech bubble. People, you may recall that people were quitting their jobs, becoming day traders. People with no money could trade stocks as long as they didn't carry any balance overnight. And young people were quitting MBA programs because they had an idea, and if they waited until they graduated, somebody else would take it. So it just resonated. And one of the quotes I use the most now is from Mark Twain, who said, history does not repeat, but it does rhyme. There are certain themes that rhyme from generation to generation and cycle to cycle because they are embedded in human nature, and so they recur.